Howdy, howdy. The most wholesome and necessary for the public good. And it's not hard to see where this comes down to, right? When they refuse their assent to law, it's and they don't monkey see, monkey do, that's the problem, right? That's why it is wholesome and necessary for the public good, right? And what I mean by this is if you guys are allowed to do something, we should be allowed to do that same thing, given the circumstances. We gave you the power, right? If you do something, we have the right to do that same thing. Otherwise, you are just being hypocritical, right? Your words are just hypothetical bullshit that you imply on us for no reason. And that's why you need to be a man of action, right? But you need when you say something, you need to go forth with what you're saying too. Your oath needs to mean something. Oh, that might be hard for some people to understand. Right? Some people talk a lot of shit. Some people talk about stuff they don't know about. Right? Some people have to quote other people because they didn't live it. And that's fine. There's no problem with being wise because of another man's situation, right? Smart men died so wise men could be wise. Dumb men died because they weren't smart enough, right? They didn't become smart until they had to. And that's unfortunate. But the point that this part is supposed to get is we are supposed to represent what we say, and we don't, which is why our laws seem so fake, seem so hypocritical, seem so ignorant in many cases, right? People are still worrying about laws that were put on the book 150 years ago. Why? Because, well, quite frankly, there are a lot of reasons why. And that's a whole topic we need to discuss. But people don't want to discuss it. They don't have the time to discuss it, right? Or they get offended by discussing harsh topics. Right? I can't mention racism, I can't mention any of that. But I can look in the dictionary at genocide and say that all day. Genocide has never hurt nobody. Well, that's a fucking lie, right? When I say Holocaust or Rwanda or whatever, what do you think? Right? Those were genocides. Genocide should have worse repercussions than anything else in the world, right? And who enforced genocide? Government, right? So, mob rule, government, whatever you want to call it, has created a lot of genocides in the world, which is the most tragic atrocity I can think of, right? People with discriminative biases, abusing the ignorant for their own pleasure, right? So when we say he has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good, it means he has refused to go on the oaths that have been brought before him, right? He was bullshitting you, right? And I can tell you that about every fucking president that's been alive since I've been alive. They're fucking bullshitters that's their job, right? They're salesmen, right? and they sell you on a fucking pipe dream, and fucking the government has been such a pyramid scheme since I've been alive that it isn't even funny. And I know pyramid schemes. Unfortunately, I've been the grunt of a couple, which was horrible. It was a shit job. And don't tell me how that worked out, because they were all horrible. Right? And so I changed profession, of course. Why wouldn't you? Right? And anyways, that's a whole nother topic. We go to it in why it's good for the public that our politicians follow the same laws that they put on the citizens. Why is that good? Because they aren't the fucking king. They are supposed to be in the same shoes as me. Same with our police. Same with our FBI. Same with everybody. A doctor. Same with everybody. What? First come, first serve in America. First come with money, first serve in America. Right? And you back up what you say. Right? If you're the first one in line, you fucking say, I'm the first one in line. Don't fuck with me. Right? If you're 666th, or you're 1389th, or you're 967th, or you're the 330 millionth person in America, it doesn't fucking matter. Right? I don't care what fucking 9 digits you have for a fucking social. It doesn't matter. Right? That's your just number. That's your life number. You need that to be a person. And you want me to believe that. That's ignorant. Your laws are ignorant at this point. They are useless. Besides keeping general fucking peace, which, quite frankly, in the last year, I've seen some of, but quite frankly, from what everybody else says, no. There hasn't been general peace. That's not okay. Right? What the fuck are you people doing? Right? What the fuck have you guys been doing for the last 8 years? Let's just put the 8 years on it. Right? Because you got a new guy in office. And what has he been doing in the last month? And the people you elected, what have they been doing in the last month? Have they been ascending to their laws? Have they been showing us how moral and good our laws are? I doubt it. I don't just go outside and expect fucking flowers and sunshine and fucking rainbows and whatever else. It's winter. You fucking... Sorry, the weatherman lied if he told you that it was sunny and everything else. Unless you're closer to the equator, then I understand. Okay, you didn't lie. I'm a liar. My guy was a liar. Whatever the fuck else. I don't care. Right? But tell me, if it was all peaceful, right? Then why can't we peaceably discuss things? Right? Why does everyone get butthurt about fucking everything? Right? Why can't I ask questions to my government about their assent to law, and if it was a proper assent to law? Because someone decided that someone else gets that choice. And fine, but who the fuck is that guy, and who the fuck are the people choosing that guy? I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of being left on hold by all you motherfuckers thinking you know something. And I might not know something, but are you guys going to tell me what you know? No, you're going to hoard that. information so you can make a profit off of it. And that's fine. But then don't tell me to pitch into it if I don't want to. Which is the government's problem, right? And soon I will hopefully be talking to a lady about stocks and Bitcoin and the Federal Reserve and currency. And that will be fun because apparently she sells Bitcoin for a living. Like, that's a real fucking job. But please tell me about bankers and their job, or politicians and their job. Right? Apparently those are essential though. I haven't seen proof. Here's why I say that. Because the laws are bullshit. Right? The day I moved into the town I am currently living in, someone was trying to rob the ATM from in front of the bank. Right? The law didn't get there for 15 minutes or some shit, right? Which is fine. Right? But that 15 minutes, there was no law, right? Up to that point, there was no law because there didn't need to be law. Which is this weird thing, right? There's the reality, and then there's that safety comfort, right? But reality always strikes first. And so when we look at these things, right, who really has your back in the world, right? Do you know your local cops? Who are they? What have they been doing? Whatever. Does it matter? Do you care? Right? Are they enforcing the law equally? Prejudiciously? Tongue twister tonight, right? I can't speak worth a shit. Anyways, there are things you have to think of, right? Do the people in your town, like your mayor, have biases against people in that town that they've grown throughout a childhood and lifetime of being in that town? Who knows? I don't. I'm not in that town, right? I'm not watching your local governments fuck you over. I've seen that happen plenty of places. It's not my job to watch every fucking places, right? And so, if assent to law isn't even properly done in small areas, then why does it matter on higher scales? And that's what one American has to question for himself nowadays. Right? Who do we give our governance to? And do we trust those people? Do we trust the people that elect these people? Because I'm sorry, I'm done choosing who has this job because I'm not qualified. And until I see someone that is qualified, I want to withhold my money from the federal government. Right? I don't think they need my taxes unless they can prove to me they invest better. And if you want to look at a list of abuses and usurpations, well, we have plenty on this exact matter, right? And so, yeah. There are plenty of things throughout our whole history of America where we could have done a better action, but we took the short path and we called it a day. Right? The Titanic hit a fucking iceberg and we put a bandage on it instead of, I don't know, crane lifting it with fucking the engineering we have today. I don't know, fucking saving it. Just not sending it off. Proper inspections and all that. I don't know. Sonar and radar and shit. Right? You didn't see a fucking iceberg. I wonder why. Because you were fucking outdated. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure they can see a fucking iceberg. But that's neither here or there. Right? The assent to law is monkey see, monkey do. right? And we see every fucking day a politician being a hypocrite. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care which part of the three branches you work in. I do not give a fuck, right? From it, the thing is, you're being a hypocrite in one form or another. Either you need to follow every single law to the fucking letter and period and dot and cross T and whatever the fuck else, right? Or it should not be there. Get rid of it. Our money doesn't need to go to it. This and that, blah blah blah. Right? We need more choices in what we're investing in, what we're choosing to do, what we need to do. And most of the people I see making choices and actions and whatnot, I'm not sure their best intentions are what I think are right. So I'm sick of following the people because the people have failed me by choosing who they have chosen. Since the day I was born, right? The people have spoken so loudly into people that I probably wouldn't choose on normal lifetime circumstances. Oh well, right? Oh well. The people are fucking idiots. But soon saying idiot will be banned. So we won't have to worry about that, right? And Latin will probably be banned too because I don't know root derivatives of certain context. We can't figure out that stuff. We don't need that in our lives either, right? There's a litany of things that they'll just cross away, right? Look at Germany, right? Those people can't even talk about how they fucked up in the world. Not in their own country. They can't talk about how they fucked up in their own country. That's pretty, like, that's interesting. But I'm not German either, right? I'm not from Europe. I'm not, none of that. Cause fuck those places. I'm done worrying about so many other places in the world, right? Fucking, and if we as America need to worry about those places for some reason, tell me. I'll go over there. If you actually need me to, I'll go over there and say, hey, what's your fucking problem, guy? We're just trying to fucking make a living, right? And you tell me what's up, and I'm like, okay, well, you go deal with your people because we need to deal with our own people, right? And here's the thing: so many countries they have refugees coming here and this and that and blah 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 or whatever, right? Hold it. Fix your own country. Our country is going not for the better right now. Right? We have our own problems to worry about. Please let us. We have years and years and years and years and years of problems. And we just keep putting more and more on everybody, and it's bullshit. We can't even fix a single problem like fucking words. Simple words, right? Nope, you can't speech, religion, stuff like that. You can't speak about that. You can't speak about government, right? You can't. Oh my God, it is so idiotic. You can't question the law. You can't say, oh, hey, lawyers and judges are only opinionated people. They're just people that heard a couple opinions and made a couple of their own that they thought were either morally correct or morally incorrect or whatever the fuck they thought. Right? Maybe they had an Alfred's fucking equation on it. And then they're like, oh, well, Shit, what do we even do for that, right? Oh well, we'll find out what happens with people's assent to law because I don't think the last assent to law was wholesome or good at all, right? If you needed fucking more military troops there than whatever else, that does not sound like a good assent to law. But what do I know, right? But what do these people know, right? I know people in the military. Met a couple hundred of them, right? Throughout my lifetime, probably met a couple hundred, right? They all had their own opinion on this or that, right? Cool. But they definitely didn't want to be fighting Americans, from what I understood. That just sounds like a shitty deal. Right? That's why a lot of them didn't like the fucking redcoats, and then some of them turned into redcoats. So there's a tough line right there. But we'll talk about that another day, I guess. Y'all have a good one. Peace.